So today I want to share with you something which reminds you maybe of your childhood. It reminds me about my childhood because there were some situations where my mother told me you shouldn't play with food. And it was the situations where I just were not hungry anymore, where I just saw a face in the food I had in front of me, or an animal, or a cloud, or a house, or something. And I said to my mom, "Hey, mommy, look, the food looks really funny." And she said, "Eat it." Okay. I didn't like it. And I liked when we went to buying some food, and you might know that in the past there were sometimes there was sometimes a kind of sausage, and in the sausage there were faces. And so this I really liked. So today I brought you a book which has the name Food Faces. Yes, Food Faces. So Food Faces is a book by Rudi Sodamin, and it calls with a long title 150 Feasts for the Eyes. It is a playful and inspiring celebration of creativity, art, and food. With a unique concept, the book features whimsical faces made entirely from vibrant fruits, vegetables, and other edible ingredients. And each of these faces, you of course can eat completely. Each face tells its own story, combining humor and artistry while highlighting the nature beauty of fresh produce. The vibrant photography captures the intricate details of Sodaman's creations, making it a feast not only for the eyes, but also for the imagination. This book encourages readers to look at food from a new perspective, embracing creativity in everyday cooking and presentation. It's not just a cookbook, but a work of art that inspires laughter and appreciation for food. Ideal for artists, food lovers, and children, it reminds us of the joy and connected art and nourishment. Soderman's playful approaches and factors and leaves a lasting impression. And it gives us also the knowledge and reminds us that we as adults can be childish. We as adults shouldn't forget about our childhood, and we as adults should also be kids at sometimes. How to laugh, how to experience things, and how to enjoy things. So, who is Rudi Sodamin? Who don't know him, he's a renowned chef, a culinary artist, and author, celebrated for blending gastronomy with visual art. Born in Austria, he developed a passion for food early in life, growing up surrounded by a rich culinary tradition. He started his career on cruise ships, which became a defining part of his journey, and has rose to prominence as a master chef for several luxury cruise lines. Soderman is known for pushing the boundaries of food presentation and exploring the artistic potential of ingredients. His passion for food as a medium of expression drives his projects, combining humor, playfulness, and creativity. Motivated by the belief that food is more than sustenance, Soderman aims to inspire joy, creativity, and connection through his work. So, what brought him to write Food Faces? I was born out of Soderman's desire to showcase the artistic side of food while promoting healthier eating. He was inspired by his travels and the diversity of fresh ingredients he encountered. The book is also a response to the often serious and technical world of gastronomy, offering a light-hearted yet sophisticated approach to food. And you might remind your own tradition of food. You remind maybe your own situations of eating, where sometimes it has to go fast, sometimes it's not the way it looks like, it's just eating. And sometimes when we go out eating, taking fast food, maybe, if you compare it with the pictures from Food Faces, you might say no to it for the future. Soderman wanted to create something that appealed to all ages, particularly children, but also the parents, but also all adults, to foster a love for fresh whole foods. Because you often think, when you ask children what they like to eat, noodles, pomfret, pizza, right? So his artistic vision and culinary expertise come together to encourage readers to view food in a new, exciting way. Each creation reflects his dedication to both artistry and healthy living. For me, the essence of the book is food is not just nourishment, but a playful and creative medium for self-expression and joy. And I took 7 tips from the book I would like to share with you. Let your creativity flow. Food is an artistic medium. Use fresh and colorful ingredients to inspire your creations for you and for others which likes to eat with you. Focus on the natural beauty of food to make it visually appealing. Experiment with textures and shapes to create unique designs. Have fun with your food. Don't take it too seriously. Incorporate humor and personality into your food presentation. And embrace imperfection. That's a part of the creative process. Nothing has to be perfect. And I would like to give you also some summary with 5 quotes from the author. Oh, sorry. So I should eat more fresh foods, I think. Every ingredient has a story. It's up to us to bring it to life. Food should make us smile before we even take a bite. Creativity starts with looking at the ordinary in an extraordinary way. A plate of food can be a canvas, and the kitchen is your studio. Throughout, we can inspire healthier eating and bring people together. And I'm just reminding my Panchakarma Ayurvedic treatment, where all the food looks similar and not colorful, and it looks gray, beige, yellow. So I would like to read something from the book and give you some further impression about it. So there's so much to show, of course, you can imagine. And I would like to share also a few pictures with you. I mean, there's so much what you can really easily rebuild and eat afterwards. And looking through the book, I got really appetite to start eating, really. Because sometimes, I mean, you think you're reminded of the old paintings where there are also artists which tried to paint vegetables and fruits, but this here is different. This is really different because it's something you can easily eat afterwards. So I would like to share with you the artist statement first. I began to create and photograph styles, food faces as a way to inspire and transform people's relationship with the culinary elements I know so well. I chose to use a whimsical approach as a way to inspire and share positive, universal emotions. My reward is seeing their irrepressible smiles that my works bring to all who see them, and the sense I get of having been able to make a difference in people's life. Walking like a contemporary Archambolder, I intend my style's food faces to summon visceral and organic sensibilities that reflect the gastronomic diversity of human experience. Through simple portraits created from ingredients found around the globe, I emphasize the universality of both food and art. Our humans, regardless of race, gender, experience, or social status, can communicate and connect through food, which is definitely right. So, face to face, my creative vision. And I would like to show you also here the chef by decorating. Since I first did it at my mother's side in our kitchen in Austria, where I was 12 years old, I thought of food as paint. It is the paint of our lives. Its colors both stimulate and nourish us. At a young age, I was taken with the idea that the way you present the food to the people who eat, it helps them understand that each meal is a beautiful gift. To me, food is love, expression, emotion, and art. It transcends language, speaking to us through aroma, texture, smell, taste, and memory. It captures both the eye and the imagination through a vibrant, colorful interplay. I was immensely lucky to have been born with an appreciation of an instinct toward creativity. I've cultivated my creative sense through my chosen profession as a chef since the very beginning. I've been working and I've been known for my imaginative culinary presentations. My passion for food, people, and forward-driving culinary culture and business vision is driven by the same restless creative exploration and discovery. It always starts the same way, with a creative exploration. For example, a few years ago, I was noodling around in my kitchen, feeling particularly inspired and whimsical, and I made a simple happy face on my plate with some simple ingredients. It made me smile. I began making face plates with meals for my partner, my kids, my friends, and each time the response was always the same. A big, honest smile of delight and surprise, and a single word, thank you. I think Rudi Sodamin gives us not only the idea on how we can decorate food much better, he can also gives us the memories or remind us how important it is to celebrate the small little things. Have you been thankful for the food you have on your plate every day? Have you looked up how you decorate it on your plate that it looks good? Or have you just mixed it up and ate it? It makes a difference if you do it. It makes a difference if you decorate it. It makes a difference if you're thankful. And take your time. Don't try to eat and phone and write or read a book. Try also to limit your talk while eating and really enjoy what you have in front of you. It makes a difference. It makes a difference for the digestion. It makes a difference for your day. Because being thankful for this, taking your time, while also showing your body that you are thankful for that food which enriches your body. And you will see you digest in a different way. You will see that if you have problems with digestions, with your belly, that you can make it easier with that. And food phases, it's not just something for children. Maybe it's also for the child in yourself, but it doesn't even need this bridge. You can always do this whenever you're interested to doing this. And remind about these moments, remind about the ingredients. I, by myself, I had a grandmother who was a great, great cook. And we have a history in Alsace, which is France. And they cook very differently. And we had a recipe which called Käseplatte. And I still remind the smell. So wherever I am and have the smell in my nose, there come so many great scenes with my grandmother standing in the kitchen, preparing the Käseplatte, which are tringles filled with a kind of yogurt and very small mixed potatoes. And it's a kind of salty and sweet. And this stands for the great moments with my grandmother. So always when I have the smell in my nose or also on the tongue, it feels for me that I have a bit of my childhood and gives me a smile on my face, gives me the power, reminds me of my great grandmother who was an important source in my life. So we are almost at the end of the show again, and I hope you took something with you. Is it maybe about risk taking in everyday's life? Is it maybe about looking in the mirror, even if you have a burnout, accepting this, and go also a step further by seeing that you can turn around, that you can do it differently, and that you can walk forward with another way, but even more successful, and that you define what success means all the time. So I thank you very much for being here with us today. And I hope that you have taken something away for yourself. And maybe if it's just a funny face, you will do it at home. So I remember this time as a gift. I remember that this time is a gift for you to discover new inspiration, embrace exciting insights, and find the motivation to love life to the fullest. Don't hesitate to get involved. Your voice is valued, and together we can make a difference. Thank you for being part of our community. And until next week, keep shining and empowering others. Together we rise. Have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful start into the next week. See you next Friday.